basically this is the practicism that they presented us with, and if anybody remembers the test that we did in year 1, quarter 2 or 3 with object-oriented programming in Java, it was the same assignment, but we had to do it in Java. So this is the same assignment, but actually in C++. So you can, if you still have it somewhere in your computer, a really good thing to realize the differences, but a lot of similarities between the two is to put them like side to side and compare the two and see how exactly Java is different than C. And yeah, so we start by initiating a help desk. This is the preferred way of initiating any kind of variable. In C, you really want to avoid this call word because in Java you have the huge like advantage of having a garbage collector. But I mean, even in JavaScript, in all high-level languages, you have garbage collection. C++ being like a medium-level language doesn't have it, so you would have to deallocate memory that you allocate yourself on the heap. So that's very like it will cut you off. It will catch you off at some point, and you'll have memory leaks, and everything will not work how it's supposed to. So just don't do new if you don't absolutely need to. And other than that, it's basically just a Java declaration of a variable. So this variable help desk has a map, like a map works the same way in C++ as it does in Java, that holds a string and a shared pointer of employee. Well, on the topic of shared pointers, just use them as normal pointers, but they deallocate themselves. So it's basically a pointer with garbage collection for itself implemented. So
Just
just
use
use
it
it
as
as
it
it
is
is
because
because
you don't have to deallocate it. That's the
that's the
smart
smart
idea
idea
about
about
it.
it.
The
The
other
other
smart
smart
idea,
idea,
if it
if it
it's
it's
that,
that,
I
I
mean,
mean,
how
how
does
does
it
it
know
know
when
when
to
to
delete
delete
itself?
itself?
It
It
stores
stores internally.
internally. Uh, so
So
like
like
this
this
shared
shared
pointer
pointer
is
is
the
the
same.
same.
It's
It's
basically a
basically a
class,
class,
like
like
just like
just like
help
help
desk.
desk.
And
And
how
how
help
help
desk
desk
has
has
a
a
map,
map,
like two
like two
maps
maps
here,
here,
or
or
it could
it could
have
have
a
a
string of
string
a
of a
name
name
or
or
like an
like an
integer
integer
ID.
ID.
Um,
Um,
just a
just a
shared
shared
pointer
pointer
has
has
this
this
very
very
interesting,
interesting,
I
I
think it's
think
an
it's an
integer
integer
that
that
keeps
keeps
track
track
of
of
the
the
usage
usage of
of this
this
particular
particular
pointer.
pointer. So if you use it once, it's one, but if it runs out of the scope of that method, it's to zero again, right? And if it ever reaches zero, it gets deleted. It deletes itself, it deallocates itself. So you can use it as much as you want, but when the scope of the class or the method runs out, um, it deallocates itself. Are we familiar with the term of scope, Keith?
Yeah, scope is okay. But
Yes.
why do I need to mention shared pointer?
Because
Because
that's
that's
basically
basically
what
what
new
new
versions
versions
of
of
C++
C++
have
have
implemented
implemented
to be
to be
able
able
to,
to,
I
I
mean,
mean,
to give
give
give developers
developers
an
an
option
option
to
to
use
use
this
this
instead
instead
of a
of a
normal
normal
pointer,
pointer,
because with
because
a
with a
normal
normal
pointer you
pointer you
have to
have to
deallocate it,
deallocate it,
right?
right?
Okay.
Manually.
Manually.
For
And if I
this,
want to make this a normal pointer, what do I change?
I mean, like,
Put a star somewhere.
well, I mean, you just like wait. Okay, okay. Like, but
Okay.
it will throw some errors. Yeah, sure, but
Okay,
just
so
use the
but you
shared
just put a
pointer.
star in front of employee and it becomes a normal pointer, but then you have to deallocate it yourself. Is that correct?
Well,
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
basically.
basically.
Okay, so every time I'm using, but then why I don't need this
No, I
share
think
pointer?
it's actually behind. Wait. Let me test
Okay.
something. Yeah, yeah. So this is a pointer. Wait, this is a pointer of type employee, right?
Yeah.
But this pointer, whenever we finish the program or we have to delete this particular employee, first of all, we have because if we delete it from the map, um, the stored um, the stored pointer to the actual employee instance will get deleted, but the actual employee instance will not. So with share pointers, it gets everything done for you,
Okay,
right?
okay, okay. But then why I don't need to put shared pointer in front of first string? I put std string. Why don't put share pointer there also like the other one?
Because string is in C++, string is a
Is a primitive
base.
type.
Yeah, it's a primitive type. Yeah, that's
Oh,
the
okay,
one.
okay.
Sure.
Okay, I got
I
it.
mean, it's not actually a primitive type. It's still a class like in Java, but it's treated more and more like a primitive type. So just treat it as a primitive type, okay?
Oh yeah, it is. This is standard library. Yeah.
Yeah, because like int and char and whatever long and these are actually primitive
They are the
types.
real primitive. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we basically have a map that stores a string, and for every string value, it stores a pointer to an employee.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And another map that stores an integer. I think it's the ID of the ticket, and a pointer to a ticket instance. Okay.
Okay. And then compared to Java, the way we
Yeah.
declare this private and public, you put the private in line 17 and then you declare all the variables that yeah, private. So you don't do private private variable. You don't do that. You just put one time and then you put a like a batch.
You can.
Oh, I can do that?
I mean, it requires you to do this, but sure, yeah, you can. You can do it if you want, but it's just
Okay.
how it works, you know. You can even like for after the public, okay? So like after public, I can put private here again, I think. Yeah, and declare another like method that's private, you know. And after that, I can put public again.
Okay, okay. Nice. Messed up, but nice. Okay.
I mean, it's just to group them. It's
Yeah, yeah,
more
yeah.
easy to group
Okay,
them.
then
I think
go
I
down
think
to
you can
public
do the
now.
same in Java with brackets. I think if you put public and then brackets and then end of the brackets
Yeah,
whenever you're
possible, yeah.
yeah, it works the same.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, then go down now to
Okay,
the next lines.
so this is what. So let's go through the methods. Okay.
Okay. Now, by
Um,
the way, this is a H file. H file is what?
it's the header file.
It's the
It's
header
the
file,
one.
correct. So here we
Yep.
forward declare all the variables and functions, correct?
Yeah. Yeah,
Forward
you
declare.
declare the variables. I mean, you declare the instance variables, okay, of the class,
Uh-huh.
and then you declare the methods, but just so you don't put brackets.
Oh, okay. And
So
only
you
put the
just
names.
finish. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And also explain us line number 6. What's happening there?
Line
5 and 6.
number 6. This is basically so if it's for a file something, it's basically saying that if this header file is not in the where
It's a header guard.
in
Am I
here
correct?
in here, so we have all the header files and the C++ files here, okay?
Yes.
These are the names of all the classes that will of all the files that will need to be executed.
Correct, yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
and this basically I mean just put it as it is.
I
It
think
will
this is
auto generate it
it's
for
called
you.
a header guard. So one,
Yeah, something
so
like
one
that.
file will not get included two times. The H file will only be
Yeah,
included
yeah,
one time, because if you go to help desk CPP, there you're including the file. Go in the
yeah,
help desk PP.
yeah.
Yeah. So on the top, open that one. You will be importing the helpdesk.h. So
Yeah.
when you are importing in different places, it will only get included one time, because if it's done two times, you get an error. So this will be that guard.
That and the fact that it's something along the lines of if I would make right now another file with the same name as helpdesk.h, it will not get included because it will have the same line here. So if basically what this means is if not defined and then the name of the file, you define this header file, okay? But if another file with the same name as this, so this is actually the name of it, so if another file then tries to execute this, when this file has already been executed and this file exists, this file has been defined, when it goes to line number 5, so if not defined, right? But it will say, okay, but this is already defined,
Yeah,
so it
okay.
will just skip to the end.
Yes, we got that one, yeah, okay.
Okay, sure. So the method declaration is very similar to Java. So the first part is what you return, right? And then the name, and then what this is a parameter. So what you're saying here is that you okay. So this is a reference to a username. Okay, so this is pass by reference. That's what this is called. This is done by Java as well. So instead of, let's say we need like, let's say we in the main file, like in the help desk, like in the main help, like in the main file, we call find employee for Keith, right? Like parameter is Keith, that's his username. When C++ compiles this, it will have to assign a variable, like an actual place in memory for that parameter. Okay?
Yeah,
Keith,
so,
are you? Yeah.
yeah, but
Okay,
I
wait.
don't understand this and sign. What's this and
Okay,
sign doing?
listen to me, because that's what I'm doing. I'm
Yeah,
explaining you.
yeah.
Okay, wait. Let me open up Paint actually. So what you need to remember is that C++ is iterative, something like that is called in English. So whenever the C++ compiler, right, finds this method being called in the main function or in any other function in any other class, and let's say it says find employee, and so it's like find employee, right? And the name that we give it, it's Keith, right?
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes,
This
correct.
will not at all work here,
Because,
but okay. I'm
yeah,
just
because
wanting. I
it's
just want you to
string.
see the.
You
Okay.
can copy this in the main file. Show us there, so there's no error. Yeah, so build it there.
Uh,
So cut that and
I
put in the
cannot
main one.
remember. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
But
And you
it's
need to put
help
helpdesk dot.
desk help desk dot find employee. Yeah.
Okay,
So
and then?
this works.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So whenever the C++ compiler sees that, okay, we do this and see out and whatever the fuck, okay, and when we get to this thing, it will assign. So like, let's say this is the computer memory, right? And it
Okay.
gets to this line, to line 36. This is the parameter.
Correct, yeah.
For it to be able to send this parameter to this function here, right? I mean, actually this function here,
Yeah.
because that's where it's defined. It has to say, okay, so this block of memory, right? now stores the name Keith. Okay?
Yeah.
Come on, wait. Sure. So this has an address, right? Let's say, I don't know.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 or
Let's say
whatever.
this has address, I don't know, 25582.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Like 2, right?
Yeah.
And so this is actually created in the memory, right? So when you pass this to this function here, instead of saying, okay, for a parameter here, you will copy the value inside this this block of memory and create another block of memory yourself that has a different address. Let's say, I don't know, like something like this, okay? And
Yeah.
the same name.
Okay. So I duplicated the value into another. So I have two.
This is pass
two
by
objects
value.
now.
Yes. So this is the main. Let's say this is main, and this is find employee, right?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
this gets passed if not for this ampersand, like and sign, sorry, it would have made a copy of your initial parameter inside of itself with another address, and then use it to, you know, do whatever the fuck it wants with it. But by using this and sign, you are basically saying, wait, how the fuck do I make it bigger? No. Sure. So instead of saying this, you are saying that for find employee, it will just use this address here. Okay? So instead of passing the whole string as a value to this,
To make a
you are
copy.
just, yeah, instead of like, let's say you want to send a letter to I don't know, to me in Romania, right? So you are in the Netherlands, I'm in Romania, you want to send me a letter.
Yeah.
So, pass by value is basically you coming here
With the letter.
with the letter and giving it to me,
Okay.
and the pass by reference is basically getting my address and then putting it in the post, right?
Okay.
So this is actually just passing an address of
Okay.
the value created here. Okay?
So any change I make inside this function affects the other value outside.
Yes and
So
no.
I don't need to
because
kind
this
of
is what it gets passed here. So this const is basically saying that whatever we pass in this parameter here is a constant value. And what this const says is that inside of this method, we will not be allowed to make any kind of changes to this.
Okay.
Because for finding an employee, you do not need to change his username, you do
No.
not need to change anything about him, right? Okay.
Okay. But if I wanted to change, then I take out the const, yeah?
Yeah.
Which const will I take out? The first one or the second one?
This one first, so you can enable doing stuff with the variable here, and then I mean, try to leave this as much as you can, but if you still get errors, try and remove it. This one here is a bit weirder, and I don't understand it fully. But just if you can leave it there, if not, and everything works without it.
Because in line 20 I see there's no const and find take it. INT, line 20. See that? There's no const there.
because this is a this is a primitive value.
And you cannot do
Primitive.
const there?
Don't do const with primitive values. If you
Oh.
pass in ints, if you pass in, it's already taken care of. That's the thing, because it's a
Okay.
primitive value. It's not string is a class. You are passing in an instance of the class string here,
Okay.
right?
All right. Let's go to
With
line.
ints, it's just an int.
Let's go to line 14 now. And then what is this auto iterator?
One question.
Yeah.
If, for example, if you delete the reference before username, the function still works, yeah?
What the fuck did I do? Okay, wait. It will complain that that it doesn't have in help desk. But other than that, what do you complain now?
Yeah, that's a good question.
The
If you take
const
out the
qualifier.
and sign, will it still work or not?
Yeah, because in the
Okay, so yeah, it doesn't nothing happens. Yeah, you don't even need a const if you delete the reference here, because it's actually passing a constant address of the username. You don't even need the const here, because you're just passing by value now.
No, no,
Yeah.
you are making a copy now.
Yeah, yeah. Right now you are making a copy.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay. Sure. This
Is that okay,
I
Gerson?
mean, do not. Oh, I mean, auto iterate auto, and it's available in Java as well. It's basically
Yeah, it's an auto type. You don't need to mention what it
yeah,
is. The system
yeah,
will find out what type it is and
yeah,
just assign it itself.
yeah.
I know that
It's
one.
as
Okay.
easy as that. It's as
Okay.
easy as that. And the find method, it's a method of the map, because
Okay,
m
yes,
employees
correct.
is map.
So now
Yeah.
what we're saying is that in M employees, find me this username and put it in iterator.
Yeah.
Okay.
just like a get.
It might return, so this username, so if you find, so the key is the username, but actually the value inside it is a shared pointer of employee, right? So this actually could be, I think, replaced with a share pointer of employee. So what actually we see, what the
In
fuck do
the
you
M
want? Okay.
employees.
So this is what it gets, what it returns.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So iterator is a shared pointer for an employee.
Okay.
Are you accustomed with ifs written like this?
Yes, but this arrow, I don't know what this arrow is. Arrow
Error
symbol.
is the point. So the point in Java is the arrow in C++. Use it always. That's what I do. I always put the point instead of the arrow, because okay, wait. So iterator dot second. It will auto translate to this arrow.
But
Okay.
what is this first and second? What does it mean?
Sorry.
What is one first and second? What does it mean? First and second.
Okay. So I
Is
have
first the
to.
key?
The fuck is second here? Wait. First is a copy of the first object. Huh? Actually, I don't know. Wait, what?
Great.
The fuck is this?
So if the iterators is on memployees.cent, so this returns a read-only constant iterator appliance that points one past the last pair in the map. Iteration is done in the same order according to the keys. What? Oh shit. Okay. So this iterator. Huh.
So maybe just console
This
log
is
it.
like first I think is the key, and second is actually the value.
Yeah, that's what
Because we
that's
need
what
the
I
value.
said before.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what all of this is.
Okay,
So
okay.
if it contains this, then if it doesn't contain this, then it returns.
And
the
what
wrong
is C
pointer
end?
and
What is C end? Means what?
So iterators. Oh, I think it's so. If this iterator has found the employee with that username, I think it actually returns an iterating pointing to the sought after element. Okay, so if our employee is the 6th in the map, this will actually be the 6th. Like this would actually be like something like 6. Okay, but it has two parts. It stores the whole line, so the key and the value inside of it, right? So if the iterator is not does not represent the end of the map, this is what it does. This is what this does. So C end is an iterator that points one below the last entry in the map. Okay.
Yeah, we're listening. Yeah.
Okay, so you can just remember this if you want.
Okay, so we
can
just
use,
put this send in there. Send is just checking if it's there or not, and it's a null. Then we
no, memployees.cend will return a pointer to the to size +1 of the map. Okay.
okay.
So wait. So let's say we have. Uh, so let's say we have this this map. Okay. With let's say assume that each square is a key value pair. Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever you say cend, this is the pointer that it will return. This is the start here in the left, and this is the last one. This here is the last one, and the cend will actually return a pointer to the value that is after the last one.
Why? There's nothing there. It's empty.
Yes, but this is why we check it with the iterator. So if the iterator has reached the end, has reached this here, without actually having
any value
anything in it,
it must be null.
Yes.
It must not.
Yes.
It must be empty.
This must not exist.
Okay, I got it. I got it now. I got it.
Okay. Fine tickets is actually the same. So the same things are here. Whenever you want to add an employee, again, is the fact that we pass by reference as much as possible, so we do not get the duplicate memory.
And what is dot empty? How does that work? Dot empty?
Username dot empty. If we
line 26.
Actually, I don't know. It's something stupid. I don't know.
Dot
If
empty.
the value is the
It's like it's
Sorry?
empty, for example.
Yeah. The same stuff.
And if I
This-
use throw, does it exit the program or what happens? Is that like a return exit program throw? What is it?
No. It
Like
just
it will throw an
the
error and stop. The program will stop, is it?
No, I don't think it stops.
Okay, so it's gonna give this error and continue down the lines. is it?
Yes. It will bubble it up. That's the term from Java actually. It will bubble up the error. So first it's gonna try and catch it here, but we don't have any try catch. Then it's going to try and do to catch it here from where it's called, and after if it's not catched there, if it's not caught there either, it will
just print on the screen.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the same stuff. This is the same stuff.
Well, slow down. Okay.
So whenever you want to
Line 35.
Sorry?
Line 35, what's happening there?
35. file. Yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you. So you pass in a username, a password, and a department. Okay. So instead of saying shared pointer of employee, you just put auto. Yeah, because
Okay.
it knows. And then without using new. Okay. See, there's no new here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just put std make shared. So this creates a new.
But what is
pointer.
make shared? What is make shared?
That's just how you create shared pointers. So make a shared pointer. That's basically how you could interpret it.
But the other one was shared pointer, but here you're saying make shared
Yes.
pointer. What is the difference?
Yes, because shared pointer is the like the variable name, the class name, and make shared, like, think of it like this: make shared is equal to new shared pointer. Okay. So instead of saying new shared pointer, you just say make shared. That's just how it works. Just remember it by heart. I did. You can use it very well like that.
But how do I know that I need to use the shared pointer or make shared? Which one I need to use? How do I know?
When you create a new employee,
Okay.
when you create new stuff, you always use.
And why am I
Java,
making a new
okay?
employee
Listen
here?
up. Yeah, wait. Listen to me a bit.
Oh,
Listen to me a bit.
okay.
Okay. So let's say in Java, for that map, so for this map of employees, right? You would have said like new hash map, like you'd have declared the hash map of string and employee, right?
Okay.
So this is the hash map.
Mhm.
Okay. So this is actually equal to shared pointer.
Okay.
I mean, not the map, but the employee declaration of here. Right?
Okay.
So instead of saying employee equals new employee, you just say, because you do
Make
not
shared.
want to use the new word,
Okay.
you just say shared pointer the employee.
Okay.
This is the same. So this whole thing and this whole thing are the same. You can think of them exactly the same. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, so this is what it gets. It says here, right? So create shared pointer to the new employee on the heap. This gets allocated on the heap, but because it's a shared pointer, it knows when to delete itself, even though it's on the heap. And if you would have used normal pointers, you would then have to, in the destructor, deallocate everything, and it's just a pain in the ass. Okay? So after that, just employees of username equals employee. That's how you add stuff to the C++ map. Just again learning. That's just syntax. It's
Yeah, but
special.
this why on line 37 you have this bracket and username inside. How does that work? What is that doing? Yeah.
It's going to create a key, like a key pair value, right? The key will be username, the value will be employee, the employee we just created.
So it's more like the
So it's just like
dot add or
let's
that
say,
push.
yeah, exactly. Sorry. Yeah, I think for Java maps it's add.
Dot add.
Yeah, dot add. Yeah, so this is dot add of username and employee. That's
Okay.
it's syntax.
Okay.
Again, the same story here. You want to pass, so in the parameters of the methods. You want to use const and reference as much
And
as
can you
want.
explain about this void help desk colon colon? Why do I need to keep writing help desk colon colon line 40?
Because
in
you
the
have
beginning.
to specify that this method that you are declaring
Mhm.
here has been announced in the help desk.
Okay.
.h.
So I have to keep mentioning that every time.
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
the
because
CPP file.
you could have like, let's say, add employee, right? You could have this method both in let's say help desk employee and in teachers, right? And
Yeah.
you would need different implementations of it. But
Yeah.
you can just declare this.
So it doesn't know, like this CPP file could be named XYZ. So that doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yes.
And
yes.
it finds it because it knows we put a signature there.
This. It
Okay.
knows this.
Okay,
It
okay.
knows this. And especially it knows it because it needs this. Because
Okay.
it gets this.
Yeah.
Okay. So for adding a help desk employee, it's exactly the same
Yes.
story.
Yeah.
I'm trying to add a ticket. Again, it's don't use reference or const for primitive.
But here you're not going to use the reference like the other variables and machine.
No. We had this conversation earlier with
int id. Yeah, line number 27.
Okay. So this for primitive values, don't use const, don't use reference. It's
Okay.
I think you can, but it's basically useless because it can do it in the background for itself, right?
Okay.
The compiler does it for you.
But in this situation, the line 54 int machine, is it copying the variable or not, or is it giving the reference like the other?
That's actually a very good point, but I actually think it's given it the reference or something along those lines. The way C and C++ handle integers and numbers in general, it's really weird. If you're really interested, just look up how like how C++ stores doubles. That's very interesting because it basically does a factorial and then just has two variables. One keeps the number and one to the power of. Like it's very complicated. It's very interesting. It's very useful, but you don't need to understand.
it.
Okay.
So just don't understand this as well.
Okay, just do it like this. Yeah. Okay.
That's my honest opinion.
Okay.
Again, this is basically
Find the
same
employee.
thing we've seen before. Sorry.
So line number 58, you take the reporter and find the employee and put the employee inside the new keyword employee variable.
New keyword employee. What do you mean by
So
new
line 58 just finds the employee and then put in the variable called employee, and then that variable has the direct address to the employee wherever it is without creating a duplicate.
Yes. So
Okay.
see this is what it returns. It's a shared pointer of employee.
Yeah.
Okay. Where was I? It was here. Okay, so the software and hardware ticket are the same with this.
Okay, ticket.getID, what is that? Is it generating a unique ID there?
No, it's just getting. So you declared the ticket here.
Oh, you got the ticket there? Yeah.
Yes, and in the constructor of the ticket, of the software ticket, it auto generates an ID.
Yeah, show us the ticket class then. And do you have get ID over there? And so,
Yes, of course.
do you have like a constructor in C++?
Yes, this is the constructor.
Okay, right. So when you are constructing it, where is the unique ID generated? MID.
Here.
MID. CPP file. Okay. Then you have M underscore ID. Yeah, this is also confusing because in line 9 you have all the the variables, and then line 10 has a colon, and then it has all these things. So why is
This
this?
is just a complicated way of saying this MID equals next ID. This M date equals this date, the parameter date. This M reporter equals the parameter reporter. This M problem equals this parameter problem. This is just syntax again. It's the same. Is the same as.
Okay, and to
you can write
so this is
Java
like
code.
this ABC equals ABC. This dot XYZ
Yes,
equals
yes,
okay,
yes, yes.
and then
So
to do this
instance variable and within the brackets is the parameter.
is the value.
This is yeah. Okay.
Okay, wait, no, stay there, go back. So this one, line number 10, M underscore ID, next ID plus plus. So
Is the same stuff that we do in Java when we need.
I know. That's not my question, but I'm just trying to understand that where is the starting point of ID number 1? Is that in the ticket
Yes.
CPP? Yeah, but this is empty.
This is where it's declared.
It's declared as a static, correct?
This is where it's yes, it's static.
And this is number 1. So that means that C++ will change this static into 2 and it will stay that way.
Yes. So this is where it gets assigned the first time it gets assigned number 1. After that, it's just gonna get increased, and because it's static,
Yeah.
it gets increased for everyone, and they.
And in this bracket, line number 11, what do I write in line number 11?
Nothing.
So why do I have this bracket for what?
Okay, sure. This is what you wanted.
I know, but the bracket is still there. So why do I have bracket in a constructor which I never use?
Because the constructor needs brackets. That's.
Okay, but this is building the ticket now. I understand. And to show me get ticket. So get ticket will only just get the ticket number. Okay.
Yes. So this is get ticket. Wait, the get ID.
Yeah, get ID. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, go back to the help desk. It's okay. Now continue with there. Yeah.
So we get the ID, okay, and we insert it in the map as we've seen before. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is actually the key for every ticket.
And we put the ticket which we just created.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
To solve the ticket, this is the ticket number, this is the solver, this is the solution.
Okay. Yeah. Show us that. Yeah.
Explain.
So first you find the
First of all,
ticket.
we insert. Sorry.
First you find the ticket line 81. No problem there.
Yeah.
And if there's no ticket.
First we need to ensure that the ticket ID is valid. Okay?
Yeah.
So if we don't have any ticket after we tried finding the ticket, then it doesn't exist.
Now this runtime error, so that's gonna stop the program, is it?
That's gonna stop this from happening. So this is gonna be like a return.
Okay.
Okay, this will just get out of here, but from here, when you say solve ticket, let's say it throws an error here, it throws an error here, yeah. This will still get
Executed.
executed. Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Okay. Next.
Yeah.
Then find the employee.
I mean, it's the same as find.
Yeah, I know. So we find the employee and then next.
So if we find the employee.
Yeah, same thing.
We have the employee and the ticket.
Next then.
Okay, then the dynamic pointer cast. Wait, let me just think for a second.
I think it's gonna convert the normal employee into the help desk employee.
So. The map contains employees. These employees could either be normal employees, or they can be help desk employees.
Yeah.
But because they all the help desk employees inherit from the normal employees, okay?
Yeah.
They can get an array a common array list, okay? Of employee. And this map of employee can store both normal employees and help desk employees, because help desk employee is a subclass of employee. Okay?
Why do I need to cast this shit here?
It's also done in okay, so let's say in Java you have an array list of of employee, right? And inside this array list you have both employee, so employee 1, employee 2, but also help desk employee, okay?
Okay.
And in Java, there's a very interesting thing that you can do. So let's say you want to iterate over the whole array and see which of these is an employee and which of these is a help desk employee.
You say type of, right?
Instance of, not type of.
Instead of, yeah, correct.
Yeah, so instance of. You use an instance of, right, and let help desk, right. In C++ you cannot do that. So what you are trying to do, because Java also is inside the instance of, it does this. It tries to cast. So what is casting? Is making one thing to be interpreted as another. So what we are trying to do now is taking this employee. So this employee here that we just found, that we know is a help desk employee, and trying to tell C++ compiler, okay, you take this employee and try to treat it like it's a help desk employee. Try to see if it works, if that works.
Okay.
And if it works, it's clear that this employee was actually a help desk employee.
So it's just doing a confirmation.
Sorry?
It's just doing a confirmation.
Yes, but you cannot do help desk employee specific tasks with just employee. You need to cast it to a help desk employee. Let's say for help desk employees,
Yeah.
you can have
Oh, so it is
right?
casting actually. It is casting.
Yes. It's actually casting.
Because I see in line 96 you are putting the help desk employee instead of the employee. So you're not only checking it, you're actually converting it.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm casting it. That's
And then you're using dynamic pointer cast. Explain us that a little bit.
Just use it, okay? It's another thing. Just use it. Believe
Okay,
me.
but
Just
so
fucking use
dynamic
it.
pointer cast. So anytime I need to use, I just use this one, right?
Yes, because this is the employee here is actually what's employee here? What is find, because employee is what gets returned by find employee, okay?
Yeah.
What does find employee?
It's a help desk employee.
No.
It's a
Find
normal
employee, what does it return?
employee, the solver employee.
No.
Shared
What?
pointer.
Sorry? Yes, it's a shared pointer of type employee.
Yes.
So this is a shared pointer of type employee, this is a shared pointer of type
Yeah.
employee, and because it's a shared pointer, we need to do a dynamic pointer cast. But just remember it as like it is and don't worry
use
about
it.
it.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah. That's okay.
Again,
Line
and then
96.
ticket, solve.
Yeah. So tell us this solve thing, arrow solve. How does that work?
I mean, inside ticket, you have solve. You have solve. So it's ticket.solve.
Yeah.
Like think of it as dot
Okay.
solve.
Just explain
And
us
then
solve then. Go into solve and say you take this employee solving person and you take the problem. So starting from.
So this
in
is
the
a
day,
ticket.
no. Yeah.
This
Okay.
is a
Shared
ticket.
pointer, help desk, solver, solution. If it's not solved, then continue. And your solver equals solver and solution. So you just replace the
Yes.
in the
This
ticket.
would be null in if the ticket is not solved.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay, got
this
it.
is what you see here. So if the M solver is null, it will return true, and yeah, I mean the other way around, but
It's a
it's
bool.
the
Okay.
same as in Java,
Yeah.
really. Okay, so pretty employees. This
This is really just like
No, explain
you
us
have a
what's happening.
constant auto then
What is this
reference
OS
pair.
stream and out in the parameter?
Sorry. This is how do you call? It's an out stream. It's an out stream.
And what is it getting this? Print employee. What is out? What are you feeding in there? So yeah, I think you need to go in the print
It's like
employee.
it's like a buffered stream.
Yeah, can you show
feeding
this
it.
where it's been used? Where are you calling this? Show us there, print employees.
Print
Yeah, there.
Where the fuck is it?
There,
This.
52.
So you are passing the cout, the cout stream.
Okay, and what is C out? Go back up. Where are you declaring this? Like, how do you compile this C out?
No. Cout is a basic C++.
Yeah, I know C out, but you just cannot just put C out. You have to put
Yes,
data in
you
there.
can. It's like in Java saying this needs an out stream, okay? This needs an out stream as a parameter.
Yeah, but where do you get the data inside?
Wait, listen to me, please. And let's basically what's happening here is this says give me a medium through which I can output my the things that I need. This can be a file stream. This can be an output stream. Okay.
So
And
it's like a
cout-
scanner output. You're giving that channel to print out.
Yes. And
But technically, if I don't accept this scanner item inside, I can build the C out inside the print function also directly.
yes, why not?
So why they do it this way?
Because it's the recommended way.
It's more confusing, yeah? That's why.
I mean, it has its because if you need to ever print these employees in a file, you can just do it without having to interfere at all in this, and just say file new file here, okay, and then this instead of this you can get like file stream,
Yeah.
okay,
Okay.
and all of a sudden your stuff doesn't get printed on the screen, it gets printed into a file.
Oh, okay.
And you do not have to do anything here. That's why it's useful.
Okay, just explain us this help desk print employee. So I understand the C out OS stream now. And on the other side, I have to put std C out, but here I have to put std OS stream and the variable
Yeah,
name.
because the out std cout is
Output
is
string.
of type output stream. Yeah, it's basically a class of type output.
Okay, so I have to remember that also, but I can check it during the test. Okay, and
yeah,
then
yeah, exactly. You have this. The fact that they gave us this whole project is actually amazing.
yeah, but you know,
Yeah.
some people will still have a problem because if they don't understand what's happening here, they cannot replicate the answer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure. For every
But
pair,
tell me the indentation, because in the other page, I don't see indentation being put as a parameter, but you're getting it this here. I only see C out. There's no indentation.
Indentation.
And are we looking at the right one? Print employee on.
Yeah.
Is it the same one?
Yeah, it is this.
So why?
I think you have the option to put something like this here.
Yeah.
So before every line that you say, you can have
I will put a
whatever
space.
indentation you like, or you can put like /t, so a tab,
Yeah.
or an enter, or I don't know.
Okay, fine. Let's carry on. Okay, fine. It's not there for some reason, but
It cannot. You have the option of it not being there.
okay. Then out equals not equals,
So
but
no, this is printing. So print indentation, then employees, then
N
end of
line. Okay, and then
Okay? So for every pair from the map employees, get the regular or help desk employee. Okay, so pair dot second is actually the employee or the help desk.
the value. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Print employee without an extra tab for indentation. So this like print indentation, the tab, employee print on out.
Okay, show me print on there. Print on. What is that doing? So it gets the username and then gets the department.
And it prints it.
But
Prints the
but
username.
but
of
wait,
bracket.
but it only has get username. How does it know which employee it needs to get?
Because this is his own method.
This is gonna be
This
the
is inside
own
employee.
object.
This is inside employee.
It's a own object, so it knows it only has one employee there.
And same as Java. Same as Java.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And out. So
Okay.
when you put out, you're just giving it medium to print it
Out.
on. That's all.
Yeah.
And tell me about line number 102. This for loop looks a bit strange. I do understand the m underscore employee is the hash map. Then you have const, auto, and pair. Why do you write and pair? Or can I do an employee?
This is everything. So const.
Oh yeah. So it's getting the reference of the employee then.
Yes.
And I can just call it employee if I want.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
But it's a pair because you're not exactly having the employee. You're
Yeah.
having the pair of the key and the employee.
And then later you get the auto
Yes.
employee. Then you get the
Yes.
fucking employee.
Yes. Yes.
Fuck them, man. Fuck them tomorrow.
Yeah.
Good job.
Other
Okay.
than that, I think we went through everything that's here. So hardware ticket really, come on, it's the same.
It's the same shit
stuff.
happening now, yeah.
Yes. Like I'm.
Any other shit which is not covered, like IO, this is to read the file?
Yeah. Okay. Yes. This is to read the
Explain
file.
us that little
So
bit. What
You
is
take
going
the
on?
help desk value. Okay, the help desk.
The
which
whole
is
main
the
object, the
main-
main program.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, and
yeah.
Then you get a file name. So this is if stream is an input stream. Okay.
Okay.
You get it. So you call it input and you give it file name. That's
Mhm.
just. Yeah, I think you can use regular brackets here. Wait. Yeah, and it works just as fine. I don't know why they put like this shit. I don't know. But you can use regular parentheses as well.
Mhm.
So if it's
Not open anymore, then unable to open. You can
Yeah, I can
again just
use this.
copy
It's okay.
these
It's just an
lines.
error. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, loop until end of file is encountered. Again, copy these lines. This is just an, let's say, an infinite for loop. So you declare a string username, password, and department. This is where you actually declare them. And you read the username first. What you need to remember is that like Java, okay, for Java, like when you want to read the full line, you say read line or just next int or next long, or this just gets words, okay. So if you have like
If you have space, it will not go to the space.
so yes.
Yeah.
So this is input username, and then if you want to do it again, you do input user again. Like
Yeah.
okay. If the end of file has been reached, we're done. If username is empty, so if he didn't get any username
Mhm.
because the file is there no more, or
empty now.
end input end of file, that's what this stands for, end of file.
Okay.
And then it returns, so it gets out of the whole method, and it breaks the for loop. And
Username.
if we have some value for username, then read the password and the department, and then register the new employee in the help. So
Okay.
helpdesk.add employee with all of
Yeah,
these.
show us add employee there.
We went through it.
But okay, yeah,
Earlier.
so we create the employee there, and then we add the employee inside the array list,
Yes.
the hash map in line 37. That's
Yes.
also important. Okay. Now let's cover any other thing which we have not covered then.
I was thinking that so this we did, this we did,
Now this
this we
CMake file, if
covered.
I use existing project, it should just add everything itself by itself, no?
Existing? What do you mean by existing project?
So let's say if I want to use existing project to have a main file which says hello world. But then when I add in a new CPP file or H file, this will get added itself.
Yes, yes.
So I don't need
Whenever
to
you
worry
do,
about the
yeah,
CMake
but
file.
like, yeah. Just do it like this, source file, and then, and
Yeah, it's
actually
too,
says when
yeah.
you declare a new source file, it actually says that it will
Yeah,
add
yeah,
it
yeah,
to
yeah.
this.
Yeah. And if
Yeah,
you want to do the header file, it gives you that option again.
yeah. Header file
Okay.
again.
Yeah. Okay, so
Add
we
it to
don't need
this.
to worry about that one.
No,
Any
no,
other
no, not
things?
at all.
I
So
think I'm
again,
ready for
just
this.
remember const, and then uh, that's addressing
Yeah, okay. It says
for
date, but it's only a
parameters,
string then. Okay.
as well
Nice.
as you can. Um, Actually, this could get created if you don't really, if you're afraid of doing this on your own, like writing this syntax, you can just say software ticket, and then after you create all of this, okay, so wait. Let's say you don't have this in the CPP file yet, but you created this in the header file,
Yeah,
and
I
then
copy that.
create definition, and it just does it.
Okay, but there is
Uh,
no colon there.
Add call to base. Wait
Okay.
a second.
It did it, but it looks longer.
No. It's bullshit. Okay, because software ticket is inherited from ticket. Also, if what the fuck do you want? Oh, this.
Undo.
It doesn't let me.
You
Fuck
broke your
you.
project now.
Um, Problem one until this.
Okay.
Okay. Package? What the fuck is package? Do we have package here?
No.
M package is package. M package?
Wow, package is new.
I mean, not. It's not new. It's the software that it's just an instance variable.
But did that come by itself now, or was there? Was
No,
it
no,
there
no.
before?
It was already here. So this is the thing that basically, because it's a software ticket, it needs to say software Microsoft 365, right? This is
Oh, okay. So
it's
it's only a variable of the
yes,
program to
yes. It's
troubleshoot.
just a variable. Yeah. It's just a variable.
Okay. I was like, what package is this? Oh my god.
Yeah, but wait. Does it let me? Fuck.
You need to restore your project now from the beginning.
No, redo. Okay. Um,
I think I'm ready almost. I'm just gonna practice it one time from the beginning, build it myself, and ready to go.
yeah, and just like how is it like this and uh, date and then date, whatever. Yeah. So how it was before.
Yeah, just restore it from the zip again. Okay, I think I'm okay. Does anybody have any questions for Vlad, our trainer today? Our C++ trainer. It's the usual story. People join and they go to sleep.
Yeah.
No, I'm here, but I have way too many questions.
Oh, he has way too many questions.
I mean, you can ask like.
Nah,
Yeah,
that's
ask,
it.
man. Ask away.
Man, I can't even go.
No, go ahead and ask because it's just like Java, more or less. It just looks different. It's Java shit. Okay, ask him. He wants to know. Ask him. Go.
Come on, just one question, okay? Then I won't ask anymore after that.
No, it has nothing to do with this exam at all. General C++ questions.
Okay, tell me.
Oh my god, so, because I'm also working on something separate, and I want to know how I can load any kind of file into my program.
If you I mean, we use a file here, the employees.txt. Okay, so that's the last thing that we covered. So load regular employees. That's a method here. I think it's it's from io.cpp, and basically to load a file, you need an input stream, and you give it a name. This is basically a scanner. Okay, so scanner input equals new scanner of file name. This is where you get it, where you input the file name, and then you can do it like if scanner is still working. I think I can remember the exact method that you use for this in Java. Then this is an infinite loop that reads first the username, so scanner string username equals scanner dot next line. Okay, this what this does. So and then if username is empty and scanner dot end of file. I think we actually have that in Java. So if the scanner has reached the end of the file, then we return and exit out of the for loop and exit out of the method. And then again, password equals scanner dot next line, department equals scanner dot next line, and then help desk, because we passed the help desk that we are actually going to use in the main. So this thing.
Slow down a little.
Yep.
Because you're talking way too fast. I can't follow.
Okay. Have you understood how we are dealing with the scanner or the if stream?
Yes, so far. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but Marco, you
and
know,
because-
you can use most of this code in the other exam.
Yeah,
You
can
only need to
actually
change
copy-paste code.
some things, that's all.
Yeah. So in the main file, right, the one that is called, that one that runs whenever we run the whole program, we create a help desk, an instance of the class help desk, and this help desk, because it wait, let me just open it, because this help desk has employees, it can add to itself employees, and it has a public method called addEmployee that takes the username, the password, and the department of a certain employee and adds it to his map, because it has a map. Okay?
Yeah.
You can just simplify this by thinking it has an array string, an array list of employees. Okay? So it has a method, a public method, that gets 3 strings: a username, a password, and a department of a certain employee, and then adds it, creates a new employee and adds it to this array list. Okay? From here, because in the main we have passed this exact help desk to this method, here we can call the help desk public method called addEmployee, right? With this username, this password, and this department that we just read from the file. Yeah.
But okay, so with that scanner that you showed earlier,
Sorry?
With the scanner that you showed earlier, right, for importing stuff, can I use that to load any format that I want?
I mean,
Because right now we load
you can use .out, you can use anything you want. I think you'll have a problem with importing. You can even import like something like a PNG here, but
what if I create my own extension? Can I use that?
yes, of course.
I can. Okay.
Yeah, but but it's harder in Windows to create extensions.
Yeah, I know that.
But you can do like std f stream. I think it's f stream. outstream, outstream, and then you can give it a name like output dot out actually. What do you alt enter? No, alt enter. No. What do you want? Yes. Yes. What the fuck do you want? Okay. Outstream to yeah, and then you can say like outstream. I got fucked in the ass by the morning exam. But yeah, sure. Okay. And if we print this, if we run this, well, it should have printed a new outstream dot close dot write. Maybe. I don't know. But you can do that, and you will find here an actual file with the name output.out, and it will open like a normal text file. Okay, so any more questions? Because I would really need to run otherwise. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no problem. It's like if you stay and study this code again, if you get to find like the object-oriented programming Java test that we did like 1 year ago, I think you'll really realize the similarities between the two languages, because Java is just C++ with garbage collection.
It's just without memory management.
And if we
So-
use a shared pointer, we don't need to do
Yeah,
any memory
exactly.
management.
Exactly.
Okay, one other question.
As you've seen here in all of these classes, I have not written one new.
Okay, yes. As
So
long
there's-
as we don't use the new keyword, we don't need to manage the memory.
Yes.
Okay,
totally.
can you explain us a little bit about the inheritance in this with employee? How does that work?
Wait. So help desk employee. Okay, so we have employee.
Right. We have employee and help desk employee, right? And by inheritance, I mean we do it like this. So public employee. Just remember, this public is really useful. Because otherwise, if you do not inherit it as public, you cannot use any of these methods here inside of the original employee.
Okay, so in the child class, I have to mention this colon sign, then put public employee.
Yes. Yeah. It's basically extends public employee.
Yeah.
You can think of it
Okay.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Good.
And then you have your constructor. But if we look at this constructor, you will see that okay, it gets the username, the password, and the expertise that it needs, and then upon creating, it first calls the original employee constructor. This is basic. This is basically.
Somebody's dying.
I'm eating some fruits and I fucking choked.
Who is that?
Shit.
But who is this person? Yoto.
Andrew.
I was like, who the fuck sings like trap music here? Because like. Okay, man. Hope you're okay. Drink some water. Come on.
Yeah, don't die now. Die after the exams.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
now.
Okay, so this is basically calling super because inside of every child constructor, we have to call super. Are you along? Okay, do you understand this?
Yeah, there's a super if I want to do a constructor in the child one. So, but how does this
Yes.
work here?
It explicitly calls the let's say the parent constructor. Okay.
But in the parent constructor, what do we have there? Show us the parent one first. Okay, I see it.
This is the parent one. This is the parent one.
Okay, and in the child?
This is the child one.
And what is the difference now?
Because for help desk employee, you need a username, a password, and an expertise. Because you do not have expertise here. You only have department.
Okay,
So
but
when
you're
you create
showing
the employee,
for
so
the
when you
parent,
super,
you're
okay,
showing the
wait,
header
wait.
file. Show us the CPP file for the parent also. Yeah. Okay. So there you have this colon. So you have employee colon colon employee. Holy shit. So confusing.
No, it's not. This is super. This is actually like calling super.
Okay, this is super. And for itself
Then
it's
you input
Uh-huh.
input here the parameters that super needs.
so you have
What
1,
are
2,
the
3.
parameters? The username, the password, okay,
Okay.
and the department. But because this is a help desk employee, his department is already known. It's help desk.
Correct.
And after you call super, then you call the only new variable that you
For
initiate
itself.
here in the help desk
Mhm,
employee, which
mhm.
is expertise, and then you take it as a parameter as well.
Oh, okay.
It's as like this is super. This is actually.
I got it, yeah.
It's the same as in Java.
I'll be looking at this sample exam during the exam because I'm not going to
Yes,
remember
I will
this.
too.
Okay. Fine, I'm all okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And others, Marco, you have more questions for him?
Oh, not right now.
Okay.
Alright, guys. If not, then I wish you good luck tomorrow, and may we all rejoin in not
Being fucked in the ass.
Yeah, and thank you for today's training. It helps me a lot. I'll be building the project, and I know you
Yeah,
will
thank you very
get
much,
all
Vlad.
the marks because you've been doing
Sorry. Yeah.
this a long time.
I actually have like 5 years of experience in C++,
God damn.
which is kind of useless if I think of it right now. But I mean, yeah, I would have rather have 5 years of experience in JavaScript if you ask me right now. So just
JavaScript? Come
yeah,
on.
yeah,
JavaScript
it's
is so
so
easy.
fucked in the ass. It's so fucked in the ass. Keith, I will need your help with JavaScript, but that's another
JavaScript is so
topic of
easy.
fuck it. No, I hate it, but okay.